hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything.
The MAGA supporters banging a transgender dressed as a furry.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a Trump supporter.
Everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half-staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. There's demolition, construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish, okay?
You know, it's crazy. The reason why this event happened, the reason why Charlie's dead, is because the left always constantly dehumanizes us, minimizes us as people and persons. Yeah. And that's why it happened. And now after this horrible unaliving of Charlie Kirk, he's out there steadily dehumanizing everybody on the right, making us seem like we're monsters.
Yeah, you gotta be pretty sick in the head to poke fun at a man who lost his friend due to an assassination. That is beyond evil.
For political reasons.
Yeah, and then intentionally to lie about the assassin's motives on top of that. And you're gonna taunt them and his immediate family? You don't have no heart, no soul, no kind of empathy or sympathy.
Yeah.
You and Jimmy Kimmel have been good friends for a long time. I'm sure you've heard about the show being pulled, suspended indefinitely because of his comments over Charlie Kirk's killing. What do you make of it, Jason?
Well, it's troubling to say the least. And
what's troubling?
It's troubling.
Yeah, what Jimmy Kimmel said, or him losing his job for what he said.
Yeah.
So that wasn't. So this guy doesn't think that's horrible what he said.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He condones.
We all have to really take a moment and figure out how we feel about this type of thing, especially people doing what you do. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of collective move to respond to this, but I'm not smart enough or powerful enough to be the one to do it. But
you got that right.
But this is the typical Democrat voter. They're not really analytical, logical people at all.
You so obtuse and callous. You think it's okay to poke fun at somebody after they lost their life, a friend of theirs, to an assassin? That is crazy. And their family.
Yeah. First of all, ABC is a brand.
Yeah.
ABC is going to be looking at each and every person they have for their network. Do I want this person representing my brand?
Yeah. There's a perfect opportunity to get rid of him because Jimmy Kimmel is one of the reasons why that brand, that network, is seen as partisan nowadays.
Yeah.
I imagine there's plenty of conversations going on to do something because you just can't stand by and let stuff like that go on.
Stuff like?
Well, Jimmy getting his show pulled for, freedom of speech.
That's not how freedom of speech works. I can't go to my employer and say, hey, go to my boss and say, hey, you asshole, kiss my ass. What? I'm fired. You can't do that. I got freedom of speech.
Yeah, pretty much we have freedom of speech to protect you from your government and to hold your government accountable, to protect us all from tyranny.
It's unfair to a private institution to hold them to that same standard. Like,
that's not why we have freedom of speech.
Yeah, imagine if I had free speech when I went to my job. I would cuss out my boss every day. Yeah. I would be cussing out everybody.
I'd go up to a hot chick, hey, you want to suck my...
Yeah, that freedom of speech is not for private things like that, like an organization.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. So I'm in a full face of makeup because I was supposed to go over and have a chat with my friend Jimmy Kimmel on his show. But as you have heard by now, the Jimmy Kimmel show has been pulled indefinitely, abruptly, because of complaints from the Trump administration. So let's see.
I don't think Trump.
I don't think he had anything to do with it.
Yeah.
Dude's ratings was in the tubes.
Yeah, and what he said was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
They found a great
The greatest scapegoat, which is Donald Trump. While y'all blaming Donald Trump, the network had just watched themselves of Jimmy Kimmel and move on. Oh, it wasn't her fault. It was the president. No, it was a business decision.
Yeah, but I don't even think they came out. I don't even think it has nothing to do with the president. ABC is a brand. Do they want that representing their brand?
Yeah. These networks never intended to have a late night show where it was just that far left or that far or too far right. They wanted someone down the middle. It's just bad for ratings.
Yeah, yeah.
From the Trump administration. So let's see. He didn't end the Ukraine war or solve Gaza within his first week, but he did end freedom of speech within his first year.
Yeah, Democrats are like stupid. And she created this video and uploaded it and said, man, I'm epic.
Yeah, your statements would only be true if that dude was incarcerated for what he said.
And he was talking about his government.
Yeah, then that's the end of freedom of speech. Just because you have freedom of speech, it's not going to negate there's certain consequences to what you say.
Yeah.
You know? Freedom of speech. Y'all don't even know what freedom of speech is. Y'all don't even know what a woman is. Hey, but before we finish this video, don't forget about our new giveaway. Dodge Challenger Hellcat. White and $10,000 in cash. To get in to win, just go to my website, officialhorsetwins.com. Anything you purchase on the site gets you automatically entered to win.
Hey, for those of you who pray, now's the time to do it.
Y'all praying for this?
I think she's mocking the right, because you know how that was going around when those kids got shot at that Catholic school?
Yeah.
They was mocking the right. Thoughts and prayers. What was that going to do?
Yeah.
You know, I think that's why she said that. She's like mocking the right.
But she made herself look very stupid.
Yeah. No, but her fans, they think she Michelle Obama. They loved it.
Love you, Jimmy.
Shut up.
Damn, y'all, they clipped Jimmy Kimmel. Suspended indefinitely following his remarks about Charlie Kirk. Now, I will say that I don't think his remarks were really about Charlie Kirk, nor do I think they were that bad.
Poking fun at somebody's death is not bad. Or when someone's grieving about how they grieve or how they respond to certain questions about what happened. Yeah, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's so interesting to me because they're reporting it as he was talking about Charlie Kirk, but he was in fact talking about MAGA and J.D. Vance and the far right.
He's an idiot. Obviously, he didn't see the full clip. This dude is a complete moron.
Or he actually comprehend 10% of the message.
Now, I personally think that they suspended him because of what he said about J.D. Vance after J.D. Vance hosted Charlie Kirk's podcast.
From the White House, where he pointed his little mascara-stained finger directly at the left.
While our side of the aisle certainly has its crazies, it is a statistical fact that most of the lunatics in American politics today are proud members of the far left.
Right. And by statistical fact, he means complete bullshit. Is what he means.
Now, y'all know how Mascara Man and the man with the toupee get real sensitive when people start talking about their looks. I just think it's interesting that they're on this mission to get people fired in the name of Charlie Kirk, while Charlie Kirk was walking around saying way more extreme things and mocking the death of black people.
He mocked the death of black people. I must have missed that one.
Yeah. Like a lot of these people on the left, when they heard Charlie Kirk's message, majority of it just goes over their head because they're just stupid. They don't have the capacity to take in what he's saying.
A lot of it's got to do with their bosses too. They only hear what they want to hear.
Right. Yeah.
But looking at these comments leading up to him being fired, I mean, come on, man. He seemed like he's obsessed about the Trump administration. Every show, I mean, you took your talk show and turned it into the anti-Trump show. Yeah. That's not good for business.
Yeah.
It's like moronic.
Yeah. His ratings was in the toilet.
Yeah.
And then now you steep to this low.
And they still blaming Trump when it was the network's decision.
It's Trump. They blame Trump for everything. They even blamed him for Charlie's death.
Yeah, Trump is the perfect fall guy.
For the left.